Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United.
I'm like commenting it.
I got some bars to these.
Run Ryan.
And everything, you have players out there.
I think the fellas will take it more serious.
Hey, what grade?
That one.
Yes, because at the end of the day, right now, Manchester United are
Welcome fellas, welcome everybody and welcome to all. I'm the chef.
Definitely, I don't know. Is that chic bar and then I was seeing a fill inside of there too, a chic bar fill, I don't know, right?
Good night, my brother. No. I had to, after that game today, I had to drive to Blanchisse's with a cocaine broom and say some prayers because Jesus Christ, my back hurt to me from that legs. Nah. So I no reach back from the beach. My head still tired. Ay, right.
Hey.
Because we ain't we not sit down here tonight and be mopey. Forget that shit.
Yeah.
So we can start now. Good night, my brother.
All right, nice. But
Good
thanks
night.
Thanks for the comic relief, chef. You know we needed that. We needed
Yeah. We needed that.
You know, before I go wrong, right? Let me just get into this one time, right? And I know probably by the end of the session this evening, you know, we go all have a smile on our face and we go feel positive going forward. But we want to live in the moment too, right? And we had to recognize the kind of nonsense took place today, right? Because this was a horrendous result. And all I want to know what was worse than the result? That second half performance. Right? Now, last podcast, we were talking about the inevitability of losing games. You know, it could come. We had to be fools to think that, you know, we'd never lose a game under Ten Hag. Right? But if we were to go back to the podcasts, you know, that we would have done in the Ole times or the Ragnick times, the issue was always the manner in which we lost.
Yep.
Right? Today was the manner in which we lost. And on top of that, fellas, right? Look who we lost to now. Look at how that team humiliated us, right? And for me, that was the dagger in the side, you know, losing 7-0 to this Liverpool team. Right? We were supposed to mash Liverpool, you know, with them being in the state that they are right now. Right? And to me, it's seeming as though we have given them the impetus to push for top 4 finish.
Yep.
I felt as though all the errors, poor performances, all the bad luck, everything just came on us in this one game.
Today wasn't just terrible, you know. Listen, I want to say the first 4, maybe the first 4 or 5 goals was off a pure second balls, you know.
Yeah, bro.
I never see things so. It was off a pure them faster to us than no. I had to. You see why I had to go and say my prayers after? Nah, boy.
But we have Dwayne on the inside, you know, making his debut on the the match reactions. So Dwayne, I mean, we know these circumstances not the best this evening. But
You wearing the right color.
What you say? Glad to have you on, man.
Glad to be on, man. Good night, everybody. Good night, all the viewers.
Hey, good night, man. Nice to have you on the inside.
To be honest, fellas, I'm not all depressed about this result, right? I'm disappointed in the result, yes, but I know a defeat was coming. But as Rim says, how the defeat was, right?
And
I wasn't expecting that 7, right? But how I feeling? I feeling disappointed more in the players than the actual result. The players fail themselves, the players fail us, the players fail the coach. And not just any performance. We'll get into it later, but you see the players' attitude in that game today?
boy,
Now, boy, that is not Manchester United.
at all.
I don't know what that was in that second half.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
write a letter to Ten Hag. Whoever he tell them in the second half, he can't tell them that again. He can't tell them that half.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right.
No,
You're right.
I agree. Well said, Dwayne.
Yeah. Nico.
Yeah, that is me. That, you see what Dwayne said there, fellas? That is me, you know. Listen, we could be on the manager and thing, but it has certain things I saw today that show me some of these men and them could only be good when things nice.
Yes.
That is when when you're back against the wall is when you just have to show your metal. I remember when City had beat we, and it was men like Rio Ferdinand and Vidic and Rooney was in that side. You know what's the first thing Fergie said? I am disappointed in my players because these are senior players. And if all you know, the team coming at all you is all you had to tell all yourself, okay, let me play different.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need a manager to tell all of them things. Come now, man.
Yeah.
I was real, but we will get to that, because I have a list of players I was real disappointed in tonight.
You're supposed to have about 11, if not 13 or 14, right?
Yes, sir. But it just has certain men that I expect a lot more from.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right. So before I go to the comments, I want to put this question on the floor, right? And then we'll come back to your guys' thoughts on it. What do we put this heavy loss down to? Right? What do we put this heavy loss down to? Javid on the inside. Good night, man. Thanks for joining, buddy. Saying Man United. Curtin on the inside. Good night, man.
Yeah,
Simeon on the inside. Simeon, I don't know what that is. Qatar. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? That's the Qatar flag. And I think that is what Chef representing there too. All right. Javid saying here positive vibes only. Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll get there soon. Don't worry. We just take we go through the process, right? But I'm sure we go land positive. Jody on the inside, good night, man. He's saying, Chef, the joke was on Man United today.
Agreed.
Right? Yeah, I'm shocked that was Jody's first comment. Jody, were your customary
Jody
first
only
comment?
warming up. Jody had to have them coming, trust me.
No, but he customary first comment. I don't know what it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
But he can't say because we lost, right?
He can't say it was only Liverpool.
Yeah. Keaton on the inside, good night, man. Thanks for joining, buddy. Simeon saying here, well, Simeon, 3 words. He jumped in the gun. Well, let me go. Ring the alarm. All right, I'm supposed to wake up. Curtin saying here, all the worst parts of this squad show up today like the Avengers. Yeah, boy. For real.
Yeah, boy.
Jody saying here, Dwayne, and you want to know why I was getting on so. Well, now we see why. All right. Simeon saying here, even Chelsea and Barca men come out of their cave.
The world of them, boy. The Chelsea and Barca.
Nobody.
That's all, Chef. So, as on this now, right? All the time we winning, nobody is coming out, right? But people that find joy in Man United struggles. And every time Man United suffer loss or suffer, some kind of embarrassment, people that get joy out of that. Because when Chelsea lost, or when Arsenal lost, or when City lost, or when whoever lost,
nothing.
We don't care. But we don't care because that don't bother us. Alright, Arsenal lost, alright, good, City lost, good, alright, whatever. But
it's easy to hate greatness, it's easy to hate greatness.
Whoever is a Manchester United fan when things go bad. But when things going good, he ain't them at all. So let them rejoice today. Let them rejoice. Rejoice.
It's
Rejoice.
a while, eh? It's a
It's a while I haven't rejoiced.
Watch me, the close see Dusty from sitting under that hole for so long.
I'm telling you, how long we're waiting. They're no longer waiting to oh God.
Some kind of area codes call me today.
Yeah, what?
I had to start watching my phone because you know, have one set of these scammers and them. So I started to watch my phone. Hello, John. A partner of mine called me from Australia. A friend of mine text me from South Africa. You know.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But they want to say so when we beat Barca the other day. When we win the Carabao Cup, they message and say, hey, congrats to your team, boy, I see you doing well.
Yeah,
you know, they're coming up. They're doing that. They're finding joy and they're finding peace and they're finding happiness in our loss.
Yeah.
All right. Let them enjoy yourself. Let them have a day in the sun today.
Let them enjoy themselves.
Yeah, let them go ahead.
Guys, don't forget to like and share the podcast, right? We want to get more content. We want to get more people in on the content, right? Then share your thoughts, you know, share your hearts. Go through. Doing.
Why? I don't know. Today, I tell you, right now, I still speechless now. I listen to everybody. I'm watching all the comments and things, but I know what went wrong today, you know. Right? But it should not happen, but
No, it shouldn't happen at all.
It should not happen.
The last time that happened to Manchester was 1931.
19-7 the loss.
1931 and the loss 6 wasn't 7-6.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So this is the worst in history.
Jeez.
Even Arsenal, when we beat them the 8th, Arsenal scored 2 goals. We scored 1 like.
Yeah.
Stuff the idea of it.
That's the part of hot man. We scored a goal like.
Yeah. Let we go ahead now because we have things to discuss about this game.
Yeah.
So let me get the first talking point and I'll get back to the comment, right? So what we saying, Nico? What we putting down to this heavy loss today, boy? Well,
first and foremost, and I just look forward to the live, but you see this therapy session today. I was looking forward. You see, as that game's done, I was looking forward to this therapy session tonight. You know what I mean? And Reem, I think we did a real good thing because you know what I tell you. We believe in real men budget. You know just to come, vent, and to listen, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I think we did a real good job. But where I think we went wrong today is the missed chances. You know, I think that is where we went wrong today. Because we had 2 quality chances before Liverpool would have scored. Bruno would have gotten a header, right? And another day, you know, as we just say, sometimes I have a bit of luck on your side. I think if that header went in, right, together with the chance that Rashford had, Rashford had another quality chance that, you know, in the form Rashford in here, he was expecting better. I think if we took those 2 chances before Liverpool got theirs, Liverpool would have been rattled. You know, I don't think Liverpool would have been able to do what they did today. I think the goal that they scored again was against Rana play, right? Unlucky again for us, you know, but quality goal same way. Unlucky for us, and I think that is what placed the win in their sails. Because they started bright, and at a point in time we expect that. But at a point in time where we started to play some of the best football we have played at Anfield in years. And in that moment when we didn't take our chances, I think that is where it went wrong. You know, and they went in 1-0 up. I think Tenag lying down and taking that 1-0, you know, he wanna go for the jugular. And then as Chef would have said, the second ball today, I think for some reason they came out more fiery, more motivated, with more energy in the second half, and they won the second ball. I think the second balls is what would have killed us today. We weren't sharp enough in winning those second balls, and those second balls killed us. But as I say, my 3 words are starting it, dust it off, you know, and let me go again.
Dust it off, yeah, I like that. JP, Tell me what you putting down to this heavy loss, and I mean as
Yeah.
Nico did it, you could train your 3 words one time.
Yeah. So I'll start with my 3 words. Total shit show. That is my 3 words for today. And I think for what would have caused that loss today is a combination of, I think Liverpool wanted it more because of the position that they in. It is we get in a sense of complacency with our position. So we fly down a good distance away from us still. And I put it onto some tiredness too because we had to be real. Since the World Cup, the amount of games we play, I think when you look across Europe,
Every 4 days.
since the World
Yeah, I
Cup,
think we play
we
the
have
most games
played
in
the
Europe.
most games.
Yep.
In Europe, eh?
We have played the most games in Europe since World Cup. Yeah. And we don't have the depth in the squad to really properly rotate. When Casimo's in the team, you see the drastic drop in that team. So we don't have somebody who we could say, give the man a rest when we play in a FA Cup game. He had to come on in that game.
Yeah.
So the strength and depth, I think that's what this loss really highlights. And the last thing I would say is Ten Hag should have made tweaks to that formation for me time we come out in the second half. Bruno on the left should wasn't working. Vegas behind Rashford wasn't working. Rashford should have been running down left flank.
Why? Yeah.
Vegas pressing on top and Bruno doing anything through the middle. That should have changed
But
with time.
but JP, that's not it. But you said wasn't working. But to me, it had times in the first half where we'd have played our best football, and the second half the goals scored so early and so quickly that
Yep.
even if he wanted to change
Yeah.
something, by the time he thought about changing it, we don't
You
chinel
cannot do
down.
much.
We don't chinel down.
And
You
this
know,
is
so
where
to
Yeah,
say he
yeah,
should have
yeah.
this
changed it, I don't
Yeah,
think
but
he
I
really
yeah.
had time to change it because I think in the first half we were doing well. We were doing well.
Um, Dwayne.
But I feel
So
Nico, I feel Vegas should have do better pressing the from the front door.
Again, hindsight is golden, you know. So it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Well, my 3 words is on to the next. Right? I think complacency today, tiredness, and the lack of where's the word? It was aggressive, but that second ball, it wasn't hungry enough, boy.
yeah.
Right? And being hungry had nothing to do with tiredness.
No.
Right? They were tired, but
Yeah.
if you be more hungry and you shake them and you rattle them a little bit, right? That's what never happened today, right? And I think, to be honest, all my bullets and missiles and ammunition is trained on Bruno Fernandez.
Easy doing. We have a
No,
segment for he.
no,
Trust
no,
that.
no. I just say where I think it went wrong today. Right? Well, you'll get into that later.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. I think complacency, tiredness, and lack of hunger to win, right? Because even though we went in 1-0 down, right? When they came out, right? Look at how the 2 goals score. No kind of effort from the team, none, right? The hair was stranded for every single one of them goals. The first 2 goals, he was stranded, right? I can't even say it's his fault. He
yeah,
was
Nope.
stranded. And that was because of what you in front of him, what I was doing in front of him. That's what I'm saying. So they weren't hungry enough,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Hmm.
Chic chef. Tell me.
Yeah, cha. All right. So everything everybody said, And let me just, because I agree with everybody, all those were my points. I honestly think still one, the tiredness catch up to our legs finally. Honestly, this is not no excuse thing, but I think that was a factor today. That being said, first half, our lack of finishing efforts, and we know it would have bite us eventually, because you can't come games like a derby and where the game tight and not finish them chances. Them chances today, that wasn't good enough. So that, but for me, Dan, was one of my biggest problems, and it would lend into my three words: lack of leadership. That is my
Chef,
three words.
imagine if Harry Maguire was on that field, boy.
Boy, but
Very
listen
20
to me.
0. 20
Listen
0.
to me. Dwayne touched on it, and we'll talk about it more. But I was real disappointed in Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro today. And here's the thing: as much as we just give pips when you do shit, we're going to deal with you too.
Take your licks. You gotta take your
And
licks.
them two fellas and them was, besides being just out of the game, as the club captain, Dan, Bruno supposed to be able to slow down the game. No, it's not as if Liverpool had
That Bruno
all the
game,
ball.
no, but Chef, that Bruno game, Bruno don't have to so long no game,
Understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. That mightn't be a game all the time, but in a game like this, where you're getting your ass properly beat, you are the club captain. You're not the club captain to just spray passes. You have to take it upon yourself and say, fellas, because as we rightfully said, I don't know what men expected Ten Hag to do in the middle of a second half when goals just coming at me.
You said the middle of the second half or
yeah.
Start of the second half.
It's literally from this.
Reach middle.
So and I'm going to talk about it too, because honestly, as much as I really have faith in my manager and thing, I think he made a little misstep, and I'll talk about that. Any further.
Yeah, I take some licks today.
He had to take some licks. So that's just me. That's my point.
All right. Yeah. My true word before we get to the comments is the Anfield ghost reigns. Because we never win at Anfield, and I was hoping that today would have been the day we exorcise that demon. Say what?
You say never,
time, right?
Never?
Yeah, we never. No, we never win
at
Anfield.
We last eight games going Anfield, we never win.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I think we looking to beat that. Right. Let me get some of the comments, guys, and
right? 8-1 or something. Goals to 1 is how much?
8 wins to 1.
18 goals to 1.
No, I'm talking about wins at Anfield.
Yeah, the last eight we win.
Okay, so we win before that.
6 wins.
I can remember because you say never, because when Martial score,
that was Old Trafford. That was Old Trafford.
Right, but it had games. So I think Bruno won us a game. Bruno won us a game at Anfield in one of the cup games recently.
Premier League.
Right.
When Mata scored the bicycle was in Anfield.
And we win that game.
We win that game.
So that was
so it's at times, man,
Okay. Yeah. But the last 8 wins, 6 loss and 2 draw.
So I had to check back now that starter because it was a long time since we've won at Anfield.
It was a long time, but
very long. Yeah. All right. Jody saying here, Nico, you see that juice and Ten Hag and yourself drinking, keep that all yourself.
Hey, no, but here what I say, right, Jody, no. In fact, go ahead, because I have something to talk about. But go ahead.
Right. Hey, Cave on the inside, man. Yes, man. Thanks for joining, man. Saying ready to give men smoke tonight. Yeah. Bruno don't get it already. Right, Kieran Nice saying after the 3rd goal scored, most of them mentally, their heads gone.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what happened. That happened. After the 3rd goal, that was it.
Yeah. Cave saying your heavy losses down to Marcel being fit shame.
Yeah, we can say that too.
A man holding smoke and he even a wrong boy. Hey, hello, brutal boy.
What's going to happen? We depend on We depending on Wout Weghorst.
They use the same one who ball and sign him permanently.
No.
Let me
What
don't
I'm
go down there,
saying
let me
is
don't go
we
down, let me don't go
depending
down
on
there
Wout
today
Weghorst because the time men who can't stay fit.
now. Alright. Alright.
But all at the same
Javed?
time too, we supposed to be the men that know a little more and have a little more insight. Like we don't get carried away because it was one loss, even though it was one heavy loss. That is all I have to say.
And that's why I say dust it off.
Dust it off. Right, Javed saying here plenty things factored in today. One, what was coming off impacted the game. We lost the high press with that. Two, Cassian look 100 from the start. Yeah, we was talking about Cassian look injured.
He look like he got a little
You look injured.
Right, and he said three,
he
Liverpool
was carrying
gets
three.
all this.
Yeah.
Liverpool gets all the second balls, and we was talking about that as well. So good point. Four, Wan-Bissaka needed to start.
Yep.
My hindsight earlier because if Bruno and Rashford took those chances, right? That was an excellent cross from Dalot to Bruno for that chance. So again, that is hindsight. Anyway,
I believe so too.
Yeah, that's hindsight.
I could have said bring Wan-Bissaka on after the second goal or some kind of thing.
Yeah, come on.
Jesus on the inside, good night, man. He's saying glory, glory, Man United, win, lose, or draw. Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, Darren on the inside, he said bad day in the office, let's hope. That's all it, right? Kevin James on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He's saying lack of character and personality today. Yeah, man. Arun, good night, man. Thanks for joining, buddy.
Good night, brother.
Javed Treewood, Salah of old. Yeah, it's like Liverpool are old and we have old.
Yeah, boy.
Play today.
So we vote.
Right?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
We vote the type.
Yeah, we got switch. We got switch now.
But I don't fully recognize all teams just find the form when they play United.
Of course.
Of course.
I just three. We're the biggest team in England. We're the biggest team in the world. Yes, when we lose, everybody has something to say.
Somebody was saying it was like a cup final for Liverpool today.
Men who were playing that thing for the season, when it come to play in Manchester, they just come out. And that's what our players have to understand too.
Correct.
They have a certain pride to beat in Manchester, even when we win a league in over a decade,
Jody saying here, the rest of the panel asked Riman Nico how much I say we get in today. I can't remember.
He says 6.
I can't remember. I still can't remember. So the saying here, the loss was due to the difference in quality of finishers. Right, and I think Nico had mentioned that, right? The beating is due to a loss of discipline after being down. Men stopped playing defense.
That's right.
And Weghorst and Fred get benched and couldn't hide the undisciplined ones. Right? Bruno was a disgrace with his whining. Yeah.
That's what,
Julie saying, me and know what Olia getting on so far. Olia doing like, Olia going and beat Liverpool today. What?
Next.
On to you next.
Cave saying here 16 games since the start of the year. A final plus 2 knockout games within the past 10 days prior to today. This loss was due. We don't have the quality squad depth. These men and robots having to show up every 2 to 4 days is mentally exhausting.
I agree.
Along with the physical, without squad depth. Yeah, well summed up, Cave.
Yeah, I agree. Because even if you look at the midweek game against West Ham, we had to bring out our starters to win the game, to come from behind, and that would have took a lot of energy
to win the game.
To win that game against West Ham during the week. So and we don't have the quality to do that because we saw when we say, well, all right, damage. I mean, we don't lost already. It's 3 points we're gonna lose anyway, right? We know the amount of games we play. Let me save the players that we need. And when them players came off, that was it. McTominay and them fellas come on, and the whole midfield open it and nobody or just shut against me here.
Dan, I think today, forget the one we did get from City, but today our midfield was don't missing bad,
Non-existent.
Non-existent, All we had was a defense and some players in front. Because I can't even say we had a forward line.
Yeah, boy. Wakanda forever on the inside. Thanks for joining, man. He's saying agreed, by I think the coach need to change it.
By By the time the coach thinking about what the changes because it's bang bang.
Yeah.
But you got change again. The only thing you got to change after that, well, boy, better rest man.
But
Better
question,
rest man.
I think
but question
men
to the
need to
floor.
understand how quick them. If
Them,
Telling
all
you,
of us,
boy.
most of us here play football in my life, right? Dan, them goals ain't come like one now, one
Yeah.
next 20 minutes, you know.
No.
Them goals was coming, bam, 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 you know.
and on top of
But
that,
that's
chef. On top of that, you're talking about momentum with Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
And then you're playing against that 12th man, that crowd now, but that
And feel getting
atmosphere.
louder and louder.
That is
Dan,
some
think
something that
about
day,
it, right?
boy.
If men want to tell me, if wanted, again, Ten Hag will get his dose, but if I say no, I want to deal with from half time, because the game lost in the second time.
Yeah.
So
The game lost after 50 minutes. Because by
Yeah.
the 50th minute, we have done 3-0 down.
that's right. Dan, if we come out from the half, I give all the instructions, and bam, goal. You know all the instructions going out the door. Unless you have the right amount of players who could say, all right, we got next goal, fellas. Then we come together and then we go. But we wasn't getting that.
Yeah.
We
I
wasn't
don't know
getting
what I
that.
recognize today too. One of the smartest men we had on the field today, in my opinion, was Martinez. And here why I say that. He didn't have a good game, but if all I recognize, Martinez recognized that the midfield
That's right. He was pushing into it
was missing. And he took it upon himself
to push up.
to push up to midfield. You know. You look at the 2 times when Martinez get beat today, where he was in midfield. Why?
Yep.
Because Casemiro, all that was missing.
Casemiro and Fred.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So even though he didn't have a good game, right? He is one of the players
Yeah, he see
who,
much in the game.
I wouldn't give him no whip.
You're not stressed.
Yeah.
JP, this one for you, right? Because I think Chef had kind of started talking in this direction. So do you think we at 3-0, because that so let's say that 3-0 was at what, the 50th minute or something?
50th. By 50th,
Right.
it's 3-0.
Right. So do you think at the 3-0 point, Ten Hag should have accepted defeat and go into damage control?
Have a point on it after?
Me too. After JP. JP Freezer.
There's a difficult one with the form that we were in there, but I would say lock up shop then. Honestly, we shall lock up shop at 3 and look at damage limitation and see if we could probably peg like 1 goal to bring a little respect to it, because you had Anfield, the atmosphere, everything was against us. You see, we get hit with punch. So I feel like we should accept what it is. We're in a decent position in the league. Game coming up on Tuesday. That's a little more that we could win. Make the changes, bring on Scott and them fellas and tighten up things. And take off Rashford and bring on Ilanga, really. All that. Protect the other players.
Yeah.
No, when he bring on Scott Fred, but to me that wasn't the right change.
I agree.
I didn't
like that.
good today, but I didn't see Fred as being the first change.
Yeah. To me, you finished, JP?
Yeah, go ahead, Nico.
Okay, right. To me, damage limitation is keeping on your best players at that point. Because the moment we start talking about damage limitation and changing out players, then you know we have on the bench. So here what? So damage limitation to me might not be damage limitation in terms of the score line, but damage limitation in terms of saving and resting your important players. I think that was what Ten Hag did. Because it's 3 points. Yes, goal difference, take a hit, yes. But it's the same 3 points you're playing for. And if it is that here, what you're talking about damage limitations to keep on your best players for damage limitation and risk of injury or risk more burnout, to me, I think that I made the right decision. And again, it showed that we don't have quality coming off the bench because Scott came on, Sabitzer came on.
Ganacho.
We don't want to blame Ganacho too much, but who else? Who else we said senior players? And they didn't give us anything. They didn't give us any resistance
Unmute Dwayne.
against Liverpool.
Dwayne, unmute yourself.
But so I wouldn't even call Sabitzer that. Sabitzer didn't come on till the end.
Yes, he came,
Yeah.
but whenever he came on, he knew nothing to talk about.
Sabitzer should have come on a lot earlier.
But
No,
that wouldn't have
no.
been damage limitation. That wouldn't
No,
have been
but-
damage limitation.
No, but you see, you could look at it two ways, and Nico, you could look at damage limitation in two ways.
Instead of-
And go ahead, Chippy.
Oh.
All right.
Now I was just going to say Sabitzer should have come on now if he took our friend.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying, right, is all about changing your setup, right? Because we realized in certain parts of the field it wasn't getting where it was getting, and we was getting, we talk about second balls, we wasn't winning no second balls. So I was going to bring on some more. You wanted a little more heart and soul men on the pitch, right? Yes, I understand that and yes, I understand what you're saying in terms of quality, and we do have that kind of option, but you're leaving on Fred. I one person I was leaving on. And I was going to give Fred because I don't know if I realized Fred.
We're leaving
under
on
Ten
Fred
Hag-
for-
but hear him out.
Fred
Right?
burnt. Fred burnt.
But hear him
We
out.
run him down to what? That we second best player.
Bruno too.
Right?
Bruno
Because we
play.
don't have-
Bruno
we
play
don't-
more minutes
we
on
don't have
Fred than
Eriksen.
Fred. Bruno
We
play
don't
more
have-
minutes
we
on
do-
Fred.
Yeah, but we have seen when Fred tired, what Fred does do.
Nothing.
Bruno
exactly.
too. Bruno too.
But Bruno
Look at
does
Bruno
play
today.
most games. No, but Bruno does play most games most of the time. He has played 90 minutes most of the time.
The point I'm making is all about compensation, right? So you have Fred there, you bring on a player like Sabitzer, you understand there was some energy in the team, right? Because we lost a lot of energy when Fred came off, right? So we
We
some
had
energy
nothing
in
in
the
the
team.
midfield.
Yeah, we want some energy in the team. So you bring Fred, you bring Sabitzer, you bring McTominay, let McTominay serve whatever purpose he could serve in terms of trying to show up the team, right?
Yeah.
Why
And
you
you
To do
get
what?
passing on?
To do what? To save face? To save
This
face?
is what I'm saying because seven nil. You taking
Nah.
7-0
Nah,
now?
forget
No,
that. No,
I can't
forget
take
that.
7-0.
No, I forget that. Forget that.
So
Because
7-0
at the end of the
then.
day, No,
10-0
one
then.
thing. Ten Hag didn't send them to get 7 minutes. But here what? He say here what? All you go and do a job for me and let me save my best players. He didn't plan for 7.
Yeah, but you don't understand where. No, but you see, you
He
can't
didn't
just
plan
throw on
for
a player.
7.
You can't just know, but at the same time, you got to know the psychological level of your team at that point in time. So you can't just throw on a man and say, well, I go save this player and expect 7.
So
Look
but
at
that what you
where
do,
we were
but
psychologically.
that's
that's
what
I'm
you
saying.
do.
That's what I'm saying.
So you shouldn't save players. So you
I'm not
shouldn't
saying
take
that
up
you shouldn't
players.
save players, but what I'm saying is you got to consider the reputation and what a 7-0 could do to the
Nah.
team confidence.
And Liverpool get 7 from Aston Villa at Anfield.
So we supposed to get 7 because they get 7.
No, but what I'm saying is it wasn't that I didn't know that would happen. It ended up that way. But if it ended up that way, it ended up that way. Let me dust it off and move on. I saw the players who was arrested.
But if we talk about within, all right. So my thing about it, because I want to deal with what Reem original question is, because we talk about and we even move on from it. Damage limitation comes in different ways. Just as you said, for me, damage limitation is down to making subs, yes, making subs at the right time, but it's also down to the players on the field to understand, listen, today water more than flour. So let me just close up ranks and come out of here with some kind of respectability. Because let me be real, licks is licks. But 3-0, a 2-0, 3-0 licks, and a 7-0 licks is a hell of a fucking difference.
It's not the same thing, exactly.
It's not the same thing. And anybody who wants to tell me the same thing, don't know football.
It's 3 points. It's 3
We
points.
can't let it be 3 points, Nico. Don't do that.
No,
Nico, you know football. Don't do that.
It has
We're not
happened.
dealing with the points. We're not dealing with the points. It's demoralizing. Come on, man.
No, it's how you take that, chef. It's after. Is that
Really,
how you
that's how
take
you
it?
take it.
And it's how you take it. Is that how you take that to motivate you, or you take it to demotivate you? You could because
Come on,
after that
man.
defeat, you go out the next game to prove that result wasn't you. And let we kickstart our season now from that with this feeling that we have now that we don't want to feel it again and beat bad bowling for the rest of the
And I
season.
honestly believe
That's why I hope we take from this.
Southampton going to feel it because
But
we have the type of
we played Real
manager.
Betis before. We played Real Betis
Them
before, right?
I don't care who it is.
They
They
want
will not
to
get cut that.
so let
And
me
I'm
take
saying
this
that
feeling.
after game 7, I'm saying that. I don't care who we play next because I believe in the type of man. Imagine men want to tell me today about Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
but
really?
no, I'm saying,
Really?
let's
Oh,
waiting for
God.
that. Let me
Yeah.
embrace this. Let me embrace it and take this to fuel the rest of our season.
Nico,
That's how I see it.
So,
Nico, I
so
don't want something, right? We could say all kind of thing watching
Yeah.
in from the outside,
Yeah.
right? But if you had watched that game good today, after 5-0, after 3,
Yeah.
the players'
Men
mentality
give up.
They give up.
take a
And I
dive.
agree 100%. I agree 100%.
Right. So you telling me that that's 7-0,
Yeah.
them gonna be normal come Thursday?
It can't be normal.
Well, that what we saying.
that the point. That the
That's
point.
what we saying,
That
Nico.
we saying.
That's what we
Can't be
saying.
normal.
A 7-0 defeat
That's what we saying.
is
And then why I
totally
say let me
different.
use that to fuel the rest of our season because they're not already.
But
But
Nico,
Right.
what I'm
Nico,
saying
you
is the
also
standards.
just
but-
said you
but
cannot be normal.
But not all the players built that way, Nico.
But most of them
That's
are
what we
built
have
that way.
management. That's what we have
Not
management
only-
for. That's what we
not
have
only that.
management for. And who not build that way,
Whoa.
right? Rotate them. Because here why, right? And tell us about mentality and discipline and all of that, right? And you see today's show with a start, you see that rump in the second half, that start with show. I don't know how much I always see that. But at the start of the second half,
Yeah.
he had a ball to play forward to Bruno.
And
That's
he
right.
And he turned back and he played. And he played.
Yep.
So Bruno, like, and right after that play
Yeah.
is when all them goals score. All that tell you because
It was a snowball.
we down, right, in the second half. You have a ball to play out to Bruno. Who free as a bird, nobody close to Bruno, and you turn back.
Yeah.
And that is the
Right.
mentality. That was
You know
how
what?
where we is. Because we play
You know what?
negative
You know
football.
what happened me? The Nunez goal. Them men had 5 chances to kick out the ball out the 6-yard box.
Exactly.
And everybody wants to play with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
And Nunez tap him.
Yeah.
Let me get some
Crazy, man.
comments. Let me get some comments here, guys.
Yeah, I know we have some comments. Let me see if you can
Yeah,
touch
let's
up on them
get to some of
comments.
the comments. Cave saying here, in hindsight, I'm glad today's result put to bed that quadruple talk and United
Agreed.
is back. You know, we need some ways to go to reach those levels.
Yeah.
Right? Jody saying here, my 3 words, wrong team selection.
Yeah.
Right, Jody, tell me what team you just select, right? And keep in mind that we know hindsight is always, you know, an advantage,
Golden.
right? Yeah. Wakanda saying here, why bring on Scott and not Marcel? And why put Rashford on the right when Trent is ish this season?
That is, so you see that? That is my
yeah.
that is that. You see what he just talked there? Was my problem with Ten Hag today. I couldn't understand. We not good. Dan, we made this shitty Trent Arnold look good today, you know.
Yeah.
But
Keith,
nobody run at you at all for the game.
the one time Rashford run at him, we look good and he get foul.
Yeah.
Cave saying here today was a game of systems. Besides the obvious / possible fatigue, the system that has been working so good for us recently, our biggest downfall. Ten Hag plays a man-marking system where if the player decides to mark a man, he has to follow him, while someone else drops into cover that space. Liverpool took advantage. What's going on there, right? Yeah.
Are you living next to Indiana?
Liverpool took advantage of that, isolating a lot of mismatches and exploiting them. Good tactic if that was Klopp. That's what Klopp planned for. And I think that happened with the first goal when Dabo jumped inside.
Yeah,
And
the first goal.
Fred leave Gakpo for that set of space.
And it's only Fred, but
No.
Because
What
even
it was
Varane-
Fred.
because
It was Dallo gambling.
yeah. But
Dallo,
even
Nice,
Varane
Fred,
overcompensate
Varane.
too. Varane
Varane,
Varane
overcompensate.
Dallo and Fred.
overcompensate.
Yeah.
Varane,
They give him too much
Rooney,
room.
greedy. You know what I mean? Yeah, if Varane compose himself there, but
They give him too much room.
it's what it is.
Yeah. Brian Mahon, right? I hope I pronounced that correct. Thanks for joining, man. He's saying Ten Hag been talking too much smack instead of focusing on performances.
Nah, Brian, you
That's
that
a
Chelsea man.
stupid talk. Next.
You that Chelsea man. Next.
Yeah,
Next.
he's a
That's
Chelsea.
Chelsea,
man.
He had to be one of
Idiot.
them crawl out from the hole.
That's Chelsea, man.
He crawled out from the hole. But we do appreciate
Boy,
the comment.
no
like-
Chelsea man, no mid-table supporting man could talk to me. Next.
Right? So, Brian, we do appreciate your comment. Like,
No, we do
right?
not appreciate you. Fire.
So Kidan on the inside, Kidan saying here second half we wasn't up for it, wasn't hungry. It didn't match Liverpool intensity. And for the second and third goal, we wasn't bullied. We looked burnt out. Yeah.
That weird, that at a big game like this, we wouldn't have that kind of, you know?
Yeah,
Possible,
we
it's
didn't look
possible.
up fit.
It
we
is
didn't look up
possible.
fit.
It's possible. What do you do?
Fellas was begging. Fellas.
Yes. Bruno begging to get sub off.
You know what's the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
What's
why Bruno lasts so long.
You know why? You want to be club captain. Feel what it is to get embarrassed. Right?
And here's the thing,
Get that experience. Get that
I
I'm part
experience.
of being captain.
That
Oh,
part of
that-
being
that-
captain.
Them is,
You gotta go down with the
right
ship.
when you just show yourself.
You gotta
But
go down with the
listen to
ship.
something,
Right?
I don't know how Ten Hag gone treat with that, because when you're begging to get sub off, you could watch real football on the side,
Yes, dog.
But
You
I
can get
watching-
listen, you can get Ronaldo treatment, you know.
Yeah.
I watching for the news. For when it's your Bruno hit the lines, man. I watching for the news, you know.
Oh yeah, when he pushed the lines, man. Yeah.
He push the
Don't
lines, man.
I didn't see that one.
A little shove
missed that one.
in the back. A little shove in the back.
I didn't see that one.
The linesman got to raise the flag
Yeah,
for
he
it.
did.
But then, like he said now, boy, United under pressure.
They don't take
So
the
I
shit,
tell
man. I
him,
didn't
you
see that.
linesman feel sorry for me.
Yeah, it looks so. What
But
you
that
said
time, he was good and raise the flag.
there?
And then he just played back down. I tell him, you
Wow.
come, you know that guy red card.
Wow.
Curtin saying here, we know my anthem, Eric Troubleharder. Julie saying here, yes, boy, we win in Liverpool in 2016. All right. We won there in 14, 15, and 15, 16. Matter double and Rooney. Right. Okay. Jesus saying here a few things
Big
from
brother.
we soaked up
This,
a lot
this,
of.
this man older than all of we.
Okay. Yeah, man. We know action is comedy with the wisdom, man.
Yeah. Yes, this is a big one.
He said we soaked up a lot in the beginning, even the mistake in marking and escorting men into the 18-yard. I was telling Nico that, you know.
Yep.
I believe we should have gone with Rashford on the left against Trent.
Yep.
However, we accommodated Anthony and put Bruno on the left instead of Rashford, where Horse did what he could have, along with Fred trying to contain, but too many bad passes. Flat-footedness, Casemiro clearly wasn't 100%, and in the 11th minute, he was limping. Varane had some issues, and then made the final 11. So we don't know. Yeah, and I think this is correct, because we saw that.
Casemiro wasn't fit today.
Yeah, we saw that. Thanks
Them
for that.
three fellas.
Kieran saying here his 3 words, never again today. Yeah, we hope that this don't
I
happen
ain't worried
again. Right?
I ain't worried about my manager, man.
But Ten Hag lied to me. After the 6-3, he said it will never happen again.
6-3? Oh, that was City.
Yes. Ten Hag come on TV and said it will never
But
happen
what he
again.
also said,
But it didn't happen. We
Dwayne,
get seven
We-
nil.
Man City.
no, but what he also said, thank you, City, and after that we had lost for 13 or 14 games, right?
Yeah.
I'm not telling you.
Exactly.
Johnny
I
saying
could
here,
take going on our next winning streak so to the end of the season, yes?
yeah, we taking that. Well, if he want to pose with trophy, he have to take it. Come, Jody, oh God. When we talk about football now, 3 things we go again. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
I
that's
just
in my
want us
opinion.
what I want us to beat Bettis song so that man can get a rest for the second leg.
Ten Hag arrested nobody for the
Yes,
second
nobody was
by
second leg,
by-
second leg. That they have win by second leg of the business leg, you know.
But
Yeah.
we have 4 games. We have 4 games between now and next week Saturday. Right? 4 games. Right?
Judgment.
Yeah.
Kaden said here,
Southampton is better. Southampton, Fulham, better. Sion.
Judge. Ja.
You
My
know, I was
opinion, Nico,
rotating. I was rotating that defense.
not for Betis.
Possible. It's
Not for
possible. It's possible. You
No,
might
I don't
take
think-
somebody.
I really don't think Varane 100.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
Varane
Varane-
100.
But Varane
It's
last
possible,
he
it's
last the
possible.
full 90 plus.
Yeah, he
So I
passed
mean,
90.
Yeah,
yeah.
because he's a professional. But Nico, I really don't. I mean, Reem,
Yeah.
I really don't think Varane
No,
could
but
take that
Varane-
next game. You know,
Well, we go see.
Yeah.
just
Because
based
Varane,
on how he does get injured and thing now.
yeah, but Varane is the type. If Varane egg good, he wouldn't
He'll
last
coming
the
off.
full 90.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll
he coming
come
off. He come off,
Yeah.
and he lasts the full
Yeah,
90. So that is something that you have to look at.
Yeah.
All right. Nico, we at Anfield. We should have started our defensive right back today. All right. So you're talking about Dalo, Saka.
He
versus
does
Dalo,
have
right?
a point.
Yeah. Greg on the inside. Gregory, thanks for joining, man. He's saying everything about
Greg.
that game was just off. This isn't down to one player. Everyone in the team had to hold their hands up, of course.
Correct.
course.
Correct.
Yeah, Darren said if Marcel was there, it would have been 7-2 at least. Gregory saying here we haven't won at Anfield since 2016. Yeah, thanks for the info, guys. Jolie saying here goals came in 47, 50 at 66, 75. Hey, Ja.
After the 50th, that was it. After the
Look
50th,
at that.
that was it. Man head drop.
Yeah,
That's basically every time a ball kick off.
Yeah. The second goal that Nunes score. I put that on Rashford. Because Rashford supposed to run out to that ball and Rashford, he think about it and he said, "Boy, alright, let me put in a run." And then a man just cross and he score.
And I think Ten Hag talk about that. He didn't call
He
out
didn't
any
talk
one
about
player in particular.
Yeah,
We wasn't
Ludwig.
tracking back. We wasn't
No.
tracking back at all.
Yeah, look
Right.
it.
Cave's in here. You shut up shop at 4-0, not 3-0. A 2-goal lead is dangerous, and had we got lucky and scored and made it 3-1, Anfield would have been nervous, especially in our recent form. All right. Question: why Sabitzer was on the bench while McTominay was on first? Garnacho don't defend well enough to be in this game. All right. We have our next.
Yeah, but bring it
person
on.
crawler.
Bring it
Who
on.
crawler?
Garnacho.
Who-
Yeah,
That
yeah,
defensive
Achula.
Yeah.
Yeah, Achula.
We have next
Yeah,
we have
Achula,
somebody who crawled the hole again. So
I
yeah,
feel
thanks for
Chelsea man
joining.
again. I feel Chelsea
All
man
right.
again.
Javed saying here Ten Hag is not a shop coach, and I think this is the point here. He's not a shop coach. School suggested he didn't respect Pool at home, underestimated them, and it's something he needs to learn as an EPL manager. City games showed it as well. Overconfidence. Only thing we took Liverpool for we underestimated them.
I can't. I don't want to believe that.
But we're in decent
quite
form, so
honest.
if we're in decent form, what we should do? We should change
I
our
don't think
plan.
so. Nah,
We had to continue playing how we playing. We didn't
Yeah,
play
I don't
different.
want to.
We didn't play different from how we were playing before. It's just that mistakes.
We was just
Scramble
horrible.
errors, not
Right.
taking our chances. Because if we did take our 2 chances today, we'd have been singing a different tune.
Because we had
Maybe.
this team we went with today was much stronger than the team we played them in Old Trafford. You know,
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
I don't think we take them for granted. And that went very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if all you can remember at Old Trafford too, we did not know host the chances, but we took our chances.
Chances. And that's the difference today.
Correct. Gary saying here this was one of those games where we could afford to be defensive because we know Liverpool will always try to attack at home.
Ten Hag
I
going
agree.
through that. No, but Ten Hag going through that all year.
Yeah,
Ten Hag not going through that.
Ten Hag trying to change the perception of that kind of approach, but he wants to
Yeah,
change. and he
you're not
want
going
to,
through that.
All in all,
One thing
I
I
have
know
one
is
concern.
Ten Hag does learn.
Yeah.
I have one major concern though. I'm concerned about Rashford
Bruce.
in this air, and I think because for the last 3 games,
Yeah, he look out of it.
very right. The goal he scored for the
find out.
Carabao Cup was Carabao Cup, yeah,
Yeah.
right. That
Yeah.
that was a goal he had to score. But really and truly, he didn't really do nothing for that goal, you know. Right? And even before that, Rashford have been looking down and down and down.
I think he's still in form, man. I think it's
No. I'm not saying he's not in
Yeah.
form, right? But his legs could be tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, his legs could be tired.
Well, let me get Mr. Rashford PR, you know, on the inside on this one. JP, what do you think about that comment on Rashford?
I think he really you're seeing the tiredness in him. You're seeing it. I was looking at it with him, especially with the one where he didn't close down the cross. You're seeing him walking more, and I don't know if he may be carrying a little knock or something too. I feel he carrying a little something small. You're seeing that right to left. Maybe because of how much running he would have had to do in that position. Maybe that's why he kept on up exploit the pace that he have and getting behind. Didn't want him working down side the game because there'll be a lot more running to do in that position. I think he carrying something small, and that's the have somebody who we could say will in this game. It's like we need him now.
On this Palestri, man. On this Palestri.
Now it's time you have to use your whole squad.
Yeah, Dream Chaser saying here, hey, good night, man. Thanks for joining. Saying Hood for loss, studying if Liverpool get knocked out in the Champions League and we still in all cup competitions. Third place might not be guaranteed, you know, with our squad depth.
Nothing guaranteed right now.
But this is a very, very good point he make, you know, because if Liverpool only have the league to focus on, right, and we still fighting in 4 competitions with we squad, and that burnout affect we. You understand? So I think.
No, but that's not bad though. No. Liverpool still have all them big teams to play. No, only Chelsea we have to play again.
Yeah, Liverpool have a tough schedule to come.
Yeah, Liverpool have a tough schedule still.
But let me ask you this, right? And this is just following off what Dream Chaser asking here. Or you think Ten Hag had to start to prioritize yet, or let me just keep going?
Like,
everything. Yeah, but the deeper we get in competition, you can't then want to prioritize. We done too deep to pull back now. You know what I mean?
No, but he already said.
What he could pull back now? Can't pull back like that.
He already said for the league. Now. You don't hear nothing about title contender for the league until April. You say that.
Gregory saying here would have started Malasia because Shaw always has a hard time against Salah.
Oh God, Gregory.
Jesus saying here discipline. You know, we had none. Transition, defense poor, men lost balls in attacking third and we didn't even run back. That's unforgivable. Yeah, it was poor, boy. Oh God, boy. Jody saying here, Nico, well, Ten Hag said he had taken that loss just so the players will be held accountable. Yeah. Somebody say, you remember after we lost to Brighton, is Brighton or Brentford? We had them fellas had to run a set of miles and laps and things, so they might
but you can't afford to do them that now.
Now they might do some mountain climbing. Right? Eric Lewis on the inside, he's saying Ten Hag was naive. We should have just focused on damage control, even if you want to question the sub-players. Seems still to be under the instruction to push forward, yeah, or as we say. So even if, you know, the team was still going forward as though it wasn't, yeah, players did also down tools, which is another major reason why we conceded 7. Yeah. Gregory saying, calm down, chef, right, in full caps. I can't remember what we was talking about then. So you're saying, remember we used to get vexed at Ole because he didn't put another midfield to hold on midfield when we get in run over. Different mentality.
Ole was not a coach.
Yeah, different mentality too. Well, let me correct earlier. One time Mr. Chef last season, 5-0 and 4-0 loss. Ole was getting the same way. Let me ask you something, right?
I don't understand. I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we lost 5-0 and 4-0 to Liverpool.
No, I know. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So if we had to rank the worst losses, right? Brighton 4-0, Brentford I think it's 4-0 as well. City.
Is that no-brainer? Is that no-brainer, Reem? Come now.
Which
That's
one?
no-brainer.
No,
Nah,
I even going back to last season when was training on we, you know.
Reem,
This one is
that's
the worst?
no-brainer.
Reem,
This
you
is
can
the
move
worst.
on to the next question, please, my brother.
Nah.
No,
Respectfully.
no. Hear what I'm saying. JP,
Move on.
go through.
Yeah.
Move on to no, but one question. All I realize, right? Teams was training on we last season, you know. I still think this one is the worst.
Now, this is the worst, man.
Nah, boy, this is the worst.
Nah, this is the worst.
Hey.
We go with the
This is
full
the
strength team. I just saw that full strength team against
Based on-
Liverpool. Liverpool.
Based on the
Nah,
form we
boy.
win,
Nah, boy.
In a half.
Nah,
Some form we
nah,
win.
nah.
And worst yet is Liverpool, by. Nah.
Nah, yeah, Reem. Yeah.
We're moving on.
This is the worst. It's not even close.
yeah.
I don't know. I just find like when a team training on you, boy, that had to be real bad. But anyway, fair point. Gregory saying here we know how Ten Hag deals with poor performances. He's gonna deal with this. Yeah, we go hope so. Eh? Let me see a reaction. Simeon saying here, Real Betis and Ancelotti laughing at we all the way in Spain. We have to destroy Betis for real. Right?
Ancelotti, what Ancelotti to do with that? I'm not sure.
Now the axe Ancelotti or something, so and he laughed about
Oh.
this. Because remember they beat Liverpool and then we beat Barca and Barca beat them now. I kind of thing now.
Yeah, but it's not robots in the
That's
end.
not how footballers work, but
That's what
okay.
I'm saying.
Them draw with Real today. Yeah, Betis draw with Real today.
Yeah,
so
that's
by no means it's gonna be an easy game. Yeah.
That's gonna be a hard game.
Yeah,
Spanish teams.
No, Betis fifth, eh?
Yeah.
That-
yeah.
What Betis? What your quality of players Betis have?
Yeah, Betis has some firepower, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. Shaw had a bad game. Can't believe we're still suffering against the press like this. Yeah, Liverpool figure we out.
Yeah,
but
sure, that's
press-
a terrible game.
Yeah.
Show had a bad game.
Let me hope it's a one-off. What can I say here? No, Nico, it is not just 7. It's who it's Liverpool.
Yeah.
Right? Eric saying here, we can only hope this does not derail the rest of the season. In all my years supporting United,
I
this
don't
is the
think
best
so.
performance I've ever seen.
I don't think so.
Right? You don't think it
It's
will
the
be
worst
real?
result. I think it's the worst result.
It would be
Performance-
real our rest of the season.
Right.
If,
Apparently, earlier,
I will say this: if this
not
loss
really.
derail the rest of our season, then we're not ready.
Yeah, for
real,
sure.
For real.
You talk, we're not ready.
Yeah.
And then that means Ten Hag now know he had decisions to make with players.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
you already know that.
Yeah. You notice this is why I rate about Ten Hag. Eh? Ten Hag don't get carried away at all. Even when we winning, he keep on saying yes, but we have to keep on improving. We have to keep on looking at players and stuff. So Ten Hag no regard. We could win the league, and Ten Hag still going out there at the end of the season for players.
Yeah. Gregory saying here, Chelsea men need to hush. 1 win in 17 games, and all of a sudden,
boy.
The
I tell all of my
audacity.
DMs, boy. All of my DMs, them Chelsea man and them, boy.
Dan, you know what's funny?
Man,
It's
shame
one
on the
Liverpool man give me talk, you know. One Liverpool man give me talk. It's
Yeah.
only Chelsea and Barca men. I'm like,
Arsenal
who
men
the
too,
hell
boy.
is this boy?
Disaster, man, them too.
Them Arsenal
Yeah.
men, boy.
So I tell you, when I lost, we not at all, you boy.
Yeah, boy, I didn't even study them, boy.
We didn't study them.
I go just trips and say, hey, boy, Leicester couldn't hold out, boy, and I move on, boy.
Yeah,
you
I forget
know?
that already. Him sorry, nobody no message.
Yeah.
Or like get away.
Cave
I
saying-
don't no, we're not time with that.
Cave
You see, that's
saying
what KM said. And this is why when men was started to bash Gakpo, I said earlier, it's early days yet. Let that man settle in good. That being said, he get real room to finish him chances today.
Yeah, he do
I
not
can remember the first one, the second one was
Yeah.
again.
We make
Oh,
it.
the
Chip over the hair. The chip
Yeah,
over the
boy.
hair.
That's right.
Quality finish, boy.
That quality finish, boy. Wow.
That was a nice finish
Yeah,
with
that
room
was
like
quality
hell.
Yeah.
But what Dalo was doing inside the goal?
Yeah, boy. Dalo special awareness. Everything about Dalo was just off today, no, boy. Dalo was real off, boy. Dalo
That-
positioning.
Dan, Dalo looked this man since before he went Milan. Oh God, Dalo was terrible.
We had to play down for plenty players. Just had a real bad day at the office today.
Nah, it was a combination, dog.
Yeah.
It's everybody. Listen, I want to hear,
The whole
and
team.
they're like, Dan, or they them
The whole
leaving me
team.
to them get goal out.
Yeah,
Plus,
boy.
that's frustrating, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Keep saying here Chelsea men confident 6 points away from the magical mark to avoid relegation. Ray Ramlal on the inside, good night, man. He's saying I just embarrassed. Yes, yeah, boy. We gotta
True.
dust it off. We gotta dust
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah.
Jody saying here, so since all this saying men burn out and we have a game every 4 days from the next couple of weeks, we should not expect too much, right?
we have a 2 week break coming up.
And men going on international break.
They're actually back on them.
International. Yeah.
No football.
Yeah, he also said coach can perform magic. Yeah. If we're being honest, when was the last time we played a game where we were in control for the most part? Been a while. Yeah, what makes
I
it
don't
hurt
want.
even? Go ahead.
No, I watching this point now, but the thing about it is even if we don't dominate possession of the ball, plenty games we win. We would not have had the lion's share, but we was better.
Yeah, and I agree.
So saying that we didn't have control,
Yeah,
we might not have control possession wise, but game wise, I think we have largely. So that's why when a man watch me, a Manchester man watch me, I walk out of the bar today and I said, I just stay home and watch my football. A man watch me today and tell me how Manchester has been lucky, you know. I said, we have been lucky.
Yeah.
I
The
said,
two
but
legs
all the
against
evil is-
Barcelona. The 2 legs against Barcelona, we were the better team overall.
Yep.
Eric was saying here, what makes it hurt even more? 2 players Ten Hag wanted, Gakpo and Nunez, were the ones that played great today. Oh,
Yeah.
That bother all you.
They were at a point
man.
of
That
proof
really
anyway.
bother
So.
all you.
Yeah, sometimes that is happening.
Aye.
We move on because them fellas been doing they're not having a good
You know,
season.
that's the least of my problems.
Yeah, let me move on from that now, man. Them fellas not having a good season by any stretch. All right.
This Gakpo 2 or 4 goal pre-season.
Yeah.
He knows
is
how to
good,
catch.
yes.
He knows
Yeah,
how.
yes,
And
yes,
all of
yes,
them is in the last few games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see nothing really, man.
Course.
Man, them sleeping on Betis, right? I watching them pussyfoot a draw against Real Madrid today. Vinicius had
Yeah.
3 men around him every time he got the ball, expect the same thing to happen to Rashford. That's a good shout. Let me see what happens.
Dan, if men don't understand Betis, then men don't watch football.
Yeah,
Betis is not no shitty side, pal.
Well,
And-
uh-huh.
And they have a top keeper, Bravo in the golden.
Yeah.
All right.
Dan,
Betis gonna be a tough
watch the
fixture,
entire
yeah?
squad. You will see players and you will say, wait, is he playing? Watch and see.
Rishi on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He said the lessons will be learned, winning streak incoming, and the international break might give some men a rest. Bruno and Cassie should suddenly have some niggling injuries I find so. I find so. We need them fellas to rest by.
Yeah, man. And?
Yeah, Jody saying the club need to fine Bruno for walking away from a challenge today. Which one
I
was that,
agree.
Jody, boy? I can't remember which one that was.
Right.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, Kaden said don't forget your Bruno.
Now when
segment,
we
actually.
talking about them whole time.
Alright, Sylvian saying watch Gakpo and Nunez score really nice goals with club celebrating and Ten Hag in the background knowing the club could have gotten. Oh yeah, don't worry about that, nah. Don't worry about that. It's no sour grapes here with me, I ain't feeling no how.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah. And it was after Barca game, Rashford had a knock.
In that game, he get a knock. Yeah.
Yeah. After the Barca game, yeah. For the Barca game,
Yeah.
Kurt on the inside, good night, Kurt. See, Chelsea fans in the glee. 1 win in 17 it is.
Yeah, boy.
Come on, man, I'll behave.
That's no shame in a way.
Yeah, boy.
And I'm not even giving them the time of day.
Sancho and Ilanga, etc., need to step up, give Bruno a rest, bring Palestri. Yeah, if Ten Hag is seeing that kind of level in training, he will trust them by them, you know.
Yeah, but on a real though, he had to rotate skillfully because men really burnt out, and he's seeing it.
Yeah. Could say he
And
was
doing right, but he say I have been and I talk about it. I've been concerned about Rashford. So
Yeah.
Bruno as well. Bruno like he's a machine, man.
Yeah. Could say here we lost 6-3 from Man City, where 2 men score hat tricks each, and today we had 2 men scoring braces. No, you're just talking about how the goals has come because today the
I
two
know
goals
it, I know,
Cowboys.
I
but
think it's not only that, but I think it was when he asked about the worst loss.
Okay.
I don't know if that is there.
like, I know today was just
But we still scored 3 goals in that game, so it ain't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sigmund saying here Betty's coach and
I think that
Ancelotti were
you talk this
overheard,
already.
right?
Yeah.
Were
Oh, you
overheard
didn't talk this
talking
yet?
about the result after their game, and I think that's how
Okay,
they how
okay.
they pick up with
Okay, okay.
Ancelotti laugh at the result. Jody saying here United
Yeah.
bullied Barca, Madrid bullied Liverpool, Barca bullied Madrid, Liverpool bullied United. This is football, fellas. Yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
That is just how it
pretty
is.
much.
How Fergie just put it, football bloody hell.
Yeah.
You know, Dream Chaser saying here, boy, I give up on Europa League. I'll take FA Cup
Bloody
and
hell.
top 3, and I good. I want Europa League, boy.
I want the crickets right now. Hey, we had to invest in sound effects, eh? You giving up on a European title?
Yeah, I ain't too agree with that. Yeah, I ain't too agree with that.
Hey, all you need
Nah,
to put me on to
take
you
it
push you know.
Arsenal
Okay.
not winning the league.
But here's the
Winning
problem now.
Conference Leagues.
But here's the problem, eh? If we win Europa and Liverpool come 5th, we gain them as a Champions League spot.
Really?
I don't want that.
You serious,
I said
boy?
5th. Huh?
You serious?
Yeah, you remember this guy
Yeah.
Champions League spot.
God, boy. See,
Yeah.
I don't remember. I
Hey,
don't
one
remember.
headache at
I
Dwayne,
don't
don't do
remember.
me that tonight. One
I
headache
don't
at a time,
remember.
please.
I remember that season under Ollie when we was the 1920 season. No, 1920 season. When Liverpool was on, they was doing rubbish like how they doing this season, and we needed to beat them just to make sure that they don't make top 4. And we
Yeah.
went in and we lost by. Why would
Yeah.
we doing that and giving Liverpool olive branch by?
I tell you.
Hey, boy, second time, you know. Imagine one big loss on the whole social media on United. Say, yeah, boy, I'm telling you. That's
So
how
that's
it
like
is.
because we's Manchester United. Once men understand that we's a big
Yeah.
hated club. That is why I just rub it in men's face so.
Jimmy on the inside. This is the Arsenal man earlier, but he's a good one, right? He's saying hard luck and thanks. All right. Ray saying here, you know what confusing me? Bruno was nowhere to be found on the left, which we saw from the start, and Ed Ten Hag didn't even make a tactical change to switch him up. Bruno is on number 10, Weghorst is on number 10. Wouldn't work against everyone. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with
agreed.
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 Right.
Yeah.
So,
Tell him.
fellas, let me get my closing thoughts, right? And in your closing thoughts, could you factor in how, do you think, this loss will affect our confidence? Go through, Nico.
You're right.
The confidence on this loss, definitely, I think it would take a hit. But I think we have done so much good for this season that we have had enough good times and enough good performances in the memory bank to pull from to bounce back. I think the guys had some real solid games in recent past that could help us bounce back. So I think that we have Ten Hag have a good backroom staff behind him to get the guys in a mental state to forget about this and to use this as a springboard for the rest of the season. I think that is what will happen. Otherwise, again, it's just stuff there at the office. Yes, it hurts, but I think this therapy session tonight definitely helped. And I think a way better fit. Yeah.
yeah. GP.
Yeah.
What are you saying, GP?
Yeah, I think the entirety of the players and in terms of confidence will come down more to the driver and the coaching staff. I think the personalities that we team with Casemiro and Varane, them first went, they would win big, but they'll lose big too. Because the Barca would have hit them in the bounce back from that. I think having those kind of mentalities in our dressing room more important than what the coach could come and tell them. Because these fellas went through it, they know how to bounce back. We didn't see the character and personality that we used to today from what we have been seeing for the last few months. But it's there. We know it there. We see it there. So we could chalk off today as a terrible, terrible day at the office. But I still believe that the mentality and the character that the squad have now, it's still there. And I trust we'll find that, and we'll see this not going to happen again for the rest of the season, and hopefully in my lifetime I will have to see us get 7-0 licks from Liverpool. So we pay them the favor next season and hit them for the same 7.
I like what you say there, JP, and as a factor because we've been talking about the mentality of the likes of Martinez, Varane, Casemiro in particular. So Ten Hag have to go and ball up nobody if you understand what I'm saying. Them fellas will know what happened and how they need to respond and how they need to rally on the rest of the inexperienced troops. So yeah, man, well done, Dwayne.
Yeah, I think the senior players have a part to play to help them, to motivate them to get back the mind right now.
Yeah.
And I noticed it started today as well. When the game was done, when everybody was walking out the field, I don't know if you noticed, Varane loud them up,
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Varane loud them up and tell them, hey, go and clap the fans.
Yep.
And that is something they
Leadership.
need. And so that is something they need and stuff. And I think Bruno should get some bench time because of lack of discipline as the leader today. I was really disappointed with him with how he behaved today and thing. Other than that, I think I said before, I'm not depressed about the loss. I'm disappointed, but I think we gonna move forward from that man.
Yeah.
In Ten Hag we trust.
Yeah, man. Well said. Definitely. Well said. Chef, tell me.
I trust my coach, I don't trust my players.
Or some of them.
Well, some of them, but I trust my coach. So I just think that today was just a combination of a shit show, though. So everybody was just rubbish upon rubbish. So I want to believe we can't play no worse. So moving forward, tomorrow men have about 100 laps to run. And while they're running, they're gonna get cussing Dutch. So and all seriousness, men just had to shake it off though. It was a bad day. But the good thing is, game's coming quick for you to redeem yourself. So shake it off and let me move forward. Because let me be real, who played today? More than likely gonna start this weekend with a couple of changes.
A couple of changes.
Yeah. We need a couple of changes.
And
just
the good thing,
shake.
Yeah, and I we say it's true, Chef, because them fellas gonna be eager to make amends now, to prove
if they have any pride about themselves. Nico was talking about, we were talking about it, if this would affect men mental. And let me be real, men is human. You're allowed to feel down for 5 minutes. But at the end of the day, though, you had to come back out because fans and everybody worldwide looking to see what all you're going to do next. And to be honest, I don't believe Ten Hag would allow men to come and play any less than 100% next game. Correct. So that's me.
Correct. Yeah. Simeon saying here, this is why we can't settle for strikers that have 1 foot. A striker that can score and only defend, always injured, always petulant. He calling out real players here, by Simeon on our road.
He called out 3 men on our side. Well,
yeah, we are Manchester United. The world is watching standards. Yeah. Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
I just want to quote one comment from Ten Hag's post match, right? He's saying here, you can lose a game, but not in this way. All right, he's saying the second half was unprofessional. That can't happen. I saw 11 individuals losing their heads. That was not Manchester United.
And he
Right?
start off the press conference saying that.
Yeah, and what has encouraged me, when I hear him talk like this, is the fact that he's seeing the same things that we're seeing.
Yep.
And if he's seeing issues, then he knows exactly what needs to be fixed and what needs to be
Yep.
addressed. So and from the onset, Ten Hag always talking about team, 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 and I see nothing about team in his comments here. All right. So I know for sure these 11 individuals were not a team, and that is against what Ten Hag always preaching.
Yeah.
Right? As we say, you could lose a game. We say it in the early in the show, but in the manner in which we losing games,
It's
that
how,
cannot
man. It's how.
happen.
It's how.
So we know this is what Ten Hag going to be driving in them fellas when they do the debriefing
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Not
Right?
only that, according to the team he pick on Thursday, we go now Ten Hag really feel.
Yeah. Yeah. unless men, beg for forgiveness.
I'm not
Unless
begging.
men beg for
I'm not
forgiveness.
begging he boy.
Nah, it's not begging here. If you had to make an example, you make an example. You're not
Yeah.
begging.
True that. True
I
that.
tell
True
him all
that.
you
True
know.
that. True that.
I
True
tell
that.
him all you know. Harry Maguire starting Tuesday.
I feel so
Possible,
too.
it's possible. Possible.
Boy, that's more than possible. Harry start.
I could tell
And to be
you.
honest, I was starting Harry and Lindelof.
Nah,
Nah,
Yeah.
God,
nah,
chef.
nah,
Don't give me
nah,
that.
No.
Chef,
No.
go on with it too.
It's about clear screen him leave. Let's hit it.
Hey, Eastman. I just want to hear. I just want to hear what man was going to say, though. About Stan, Harry, and Victor.
No. But here I say, right, we now talking about how good Betis is, and I want to go and weaken the team.
No.
Come on, man.
But I was starting. I was probably gonna rest Varane, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was gonna rest him now.
Playing.
Yeah, I just don't want to burn out. Dog, it has certain players I really want to play the whole season to last year.
Varane,
Top of that list, you know.
Thursday and rest.
For Southampton, yeah. That's why I said.
All that.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I
fair
think
enough.
we will need a stronger team
And he is one
away
goal short
to
of
better
a
stand.
national breakthrough.
Yeah.
And at home to Southampton, fair enough.
Wait, is that JP?
What we know with Martial? He ain't fit yet?
Actually,
No, that was actually a question.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let me answer, right? Because all I know is keep up on my boy, right?
Yeah.
So Ten Hag did say that he find when he forced him back, he's drop off too fast. So he said he want to take his time. So Marcel should be back in about a week or so.
So let me say he's 100%.
Right.
Then I'm going to reach the 200%.
Fair enough.
And still cross fingers, toes, and everything else.
Now, but Marcel return is covered. Watch me, he go be a very very welcome addition, right? Cause you see that wing horse,
Wing horse.
yeah, that wing house, nah, I ain't able. All right,
Sancho still set.
nah, Sancho was on the team
Sancho was
today,
on the
but I mean,
bench.
I don't know if Ten Hag wanted to rush it. I don't know if Ten Hag just felt that probably
Yeah,
the
he
way
was
the
on
game
the
wasn't
bench.
going, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, that game, that suits Sancho at all.
Yeah. Last comment going to Eric here. He's saying that all his spirit still lingers. We all thought it was gone, unacceptable and unprofessional display. Are they rival fans will rival? Are they rival fans will never let us forget bad tactics, tiredness, etc.
Rival.
We had no right to lose 7-0 with 11 men. Yeah, let them take shot of Babash and go to sleep. Yeah.
but Charlie, after every game, I just watch my highlights about 5-6 times. Not today.
What you putting yourself through that moment for?
No.
What you gonna commit yourself for?
I don't.
So I just normally after the game I just go through, I just go and watch the different international shows,
Not
and listen
today.
to men talk. No, I still did it. And dog, a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen,
boy.
I think the only thing Roy Keane do is cuss today, you know. Roy Keane and Scholes looks, and poor Gary Neville had to sit down next to Carragher and
And
take
Graham
that
Souness, boy.
and sourness.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
God,
It was rough,
jeez,
it was rough. It was rough, but we take it
was
on the cheek,
rough.
Ollie, and
Yeah.
we come back, we bounce
Yeah.
back, man.
Again, it is 1-1, 1-1. Right? We beat them
Yeah.
home, they beat us home, 1-1.
Let me just
Yeah, and
hope,
we move on.
Yeah.
let's just hope that goal
Difference,
difference don't
yeah.
determine we
That's my
lead
problem.
position,
That
right?
was my problem, but
Yeah.
I don't know how that's your problem, and you was cool with 7 in the partner.
Yeah.
I don't know.
no,
where
but
you getting on
no,
with.
I mean, if I really had to scrutinize it, you know, I know we was working hard on the goal difference, but it's still 3 points at the end of the day.
It ain't no still 3 points. Stop saying that.
All right, 4 points then. If that's 4 points,
4 points.
so 3 points in the loss, and you 1 point for the goal difference.
One
Four
point for
points.
getting beat like a bubbly.
Because if our next team have 1 goal more than us, that come like an extra point, right? So leave it as we lost 4 points, right?
For real,
Alright.
Yeah,
for real.
I'm taking that.
All right,
Yeah.
fellas. It was nice. It
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
JP, Dwayne, Sheik.
It was
Want to
needed.
Sheik turn back to chef?
Yeah, the sheep turned back to chef after the therapy session.
And that therapy does work by
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I
like
just had to start off on good vibes, man. I could not men
Yeah.
coming in here, Jerry. Because I know that's what was coming.
Yeah, so those in the comments, thanks again for, everything, the comments, the likes, the shares. We appreciate it. Guys, we could be here again on Thursday to witness the bounce back.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, see you all on the next one. Have a good night.
Good night.